Hey everyone, Matt McGee here, your Colorado real estate agent. Wanted to take a moment to introduce my friend and business partner, Louis Galt. Louis is in my upline at eXp Realty, specifically Wolfpack Elevation Group. Our group is growing super rapidly. The Wolfpack is the fastest growing group in the organization at eXp Realty, which in and of itself is the fastest growing brokerage in the world, currently at over 85,000 agents. The Wolfpack is well over 2,200 agents, so we're growing on an exponential basis. And I want to provide a little bit of insight as to why our specific downline, me, my partner Alex, my partner Louis, my partner Mike Sherrard, my partner Connor Steinbrook specifically, are bringing tremendous amounts of value to the agents that join our team. Resources, time, skills from a financial perspective, business structuring, communication, time management, social media, mindset, leadership, investing, you name it. The people above me and myself have those skills, and we're taking agents to the next level. So without a further ado, here's Louis Galt. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It's Matt McGee, your Colorado real estate agent with the Wolfpack at eXp Realty. Today I've got a special guest on the channel, Louis Galt, who is my business partner and one of my sponsors at eXp Realty. Wanted to take a minute to discuss the importance of sponsorship at eXp Realty. With the explosive growth that eXp Realty's been seeing, me personally and people in my organization think it's super important to put the value that our organization is adding, not just each individual, but each individual above that person. You're not getting one person when you sign off with a sponsor, you're getting the 6 people above them as well. So my goal is to really put it out there, introduce my teammates, and provide the value that each of us brings to the table. So with no further ado, I want to introduce Louis. Louis, how are you doing, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for getting on the channel. Really appreciate it.
I love it.
So if you don't mind, I'm just going to kind of go through a series of questions. Let's chit chat it out, and we'll give the audience a little bit of your background.
Yeah, for sure.
So Louis, how long have you been in the real estate game?
Just over 4 years, 4.5 maybe.
Yep. And by the way, this dates back to a couple organizations. Louis and I have been a couple teams together. So
It's been a long time.
yeah, and it's been better and better.
Yeah, like a
And
fine wine.
Louis,
Like a fine wine.
what's that?
Like a fine wine.
That's right. That's right. Let's keep it going. Let's get a whole cellar full. And how long have you been with EXP?
2 years last month. 2 years
Nice.
last month.
Congratulations. And I'm right behind you, about a month behind you, and couldn't be happier with the decision.
Yeah. 100%. It's a game changer. We were in the same boat. Our previous brokerage, wasn't really thinking too much about what the brokerage was doing for me. It was just we were there doing our thing. And then, got to a certain point where my growth just wasn't going where I wanted it to go. And I couldn't really put my finger on why it wasn't growing. And I realized that there wasn't opportunity within the company to do what I actually wanted to do. So, when I was introduced to EXP from, Mike Sherrard, like that was it for me. Once the curtain was drawn back and I saw it, I couldn't unsee it. So yeah, best decision I've ever made for me and my family.
Yeah, agreed, 100%. And just to give the audience a little bit additional background, kind of since coming over to EXP, roughly what's been production and volume?
I think last time I checked, it was right around 80 units and about 40 million.
Yeah, that's huge.
Something like that. Yeah. So yeah, great. Obviously, yeah, it's been crazy. The beautiful thing about me is as well that I like to, as like maintain my balance with my family and everything like that. So, because of the cap here, we didn't have a cap at our last brokerage. We had the same split, but didn't have a cap. The cap has allowed me to keep my same volume, not have to increase to actually get a wage increase. So, I had a 20% rise when I got here. So yeah, it's been awesome.
Yeah, for sure. I did a video on that exact topic, by the way. So
there you go.
It's huge. It's a game changer. And I've taken a page out of your playbook from the perspective of balance, work-life balance, and it's really helped me and my family as well. So
big time.
Kudos to you on that. That's one of the many things we're going to be getting into. And then I think last I checked was as of October 1st, 22. What's your organization and downline in total at EXP?
Yeah, we're about 65. I think I checked yesterday, 65 agents right now. Frontline that I brought into the company is at 22. And then it's kind of growing exponentially from there. So the goal is we're on track to be at 100 by the end of the year and then grow from there. So yeah, it's awesome.
For sure, for sure. Dude, it's amazing. And what you're bringing to the table has been super helpful, not only for me, but everybody else on our team and Wolfpack Elevation. So thanks to you for that. Much appreciated. Let's keep this ball rolling.
Yeah.
So from my perspective, Louis, your strong suits to both production and attraction are your organization and management skills.
Mhm.
So can you talk a little bit about that and kind of how you've stepped up into that role as kind of like an organizer and time management expert?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. It's funny. Like if you'd said to me 5 years ago, even that this would be my jam, like systems, processes, organization, time management, I would have laughed in your face, because, I was a space cadet growing up. I was a musician for so long. And then I was in the fitness game and all this stuff. So it didn't really come too much into play for me. And then, I got, I think I was in my second year in real estate and I was just on the go. I was just hustling, as I'm sure a lot of people watching are the same way, just pushing it, pushing it, pushing it to the brink. And then, I kind of had a bit of a exponential crisis where I realized that I was kind of losing touch with my oldest son at the time. And I was like, man, okay, well, this needs to change. So I really did a deep dive into how to work inside of this business with structure and with intent rather than just running along, with your, like a chicken with its head cut off, which is what I was doing. I was just chasing deals, chasing deals, chasing deals. So, I started developing systems that worked for myself to keep me in check and make sure that I was in touch, with my family all the time, with my fitness, with everything else, including my business. And then what I found was I wasn't the only one that had these issues, I didn't get into real estate to get divorced is what I always say, and I think that's, a
Case in
lot.
point.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Not divorced, working on time management.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, so I found that a lot of the things that I built out for myself actually translate to other agents. So, it's been really, really cool to see that, and to help other agents get from kind of, where I was, maybe not quite as bad as that, but to a more organized business instead of just being a realtor.
For sure, for sure. So, uh, from the perspective of organization and time management, what are some of the things that you're working on considering, such as blocking, prospecting, etc.? Like, kind of maybe punch list of like some of the important areas where you are providing organization.
Yeah, the most important one is time, like time's the commodity that's most precious. You can't get it back, you can't barter to get more of it. It is what it is. We all have the same amount of time in the day. So really for me, it's a kind of combination of things. When an agent comes into our group, we sit down with them and we really go through a goal setting process. And we've done this together. It's less of just like, what do you want to do? Cool. Okay, this is how many houses it's going to take to make that goal happen. It's not really that. We talk about, why this goal is important. What would happen if you achieved it? What would happen if you didn't achieve it? Really find the why behind that. So that, from a you might have 10, 15, 16 things that you want to achieve. We try and whittle that down to like 4 things that are actually achievable if you get to work on them. So you kind of forget the noise and you focus on the things that you just need to focus on. You control the controllables. So then from there we kind of reverse engineer it to look at like, okay, well, what's that going to take daily? What do your tasks look like? What is your calendar going to look like? What are the focuses for specific days? So there's a whole system that we plug our agents into, to really kind of master their productivity rather than, a lot of agents wake up and they're just a slave to their phone. Whatever happens, that's what your day is going to look like. Okay, I don't have anything to do this morning. Then a phone call comes in and you're out showing, 12 properties for the day. You have to cancel other things. You have to get someone else to pick up your kids from school. Like you can't sustain that. So
Yeah.
for me,
Yeah.
it's really like picking structure and things to focus on, things to not focus on. And honestly, things to say no to. That's the biggest thing I think for agents is like, you have to say no to a lot of things where we want to say yes all the time. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we build that out inside of different systems inside of our group, and all the agents that come on with us obviously get that 7 tiers deep. So it's a really cool play, and I'm developing it all the time. It's
Yeah.
not perfect, but it certainly helps me throughout the day.
For sure. And just to touch on the showings, how they can throw a crimp in your day. I've started to take a page out of your playbook, and I'm telling my clients up front, hey, I'm not working on Sundays. It's a time for me to spend with my
Yes.
family and really develop those relationships. And honestly, my clients respect it. And I'm like,
Yep.
hey, if you do want to see something on Sunday, don't think that you can't see it. It's just not going to be me. I'll set you up with one of my business partners. And our organization is big enough that we have support, we have the help, and we're always all helping each other. And it's been tremendous for
Yeah.
not only my business, but my personal life. So
Dude, I'm telling you,
I'm with you,
man, like,
man.
yeah, 100%. Like we have this internal fear that, if we're not constantly coddling our clients, then they're going to leave us or they're going to do something else crazy. But yeah, if you just set boundaries up front, I think that's the biggest thing. Like the communication piece up front is everything. And, if I have listings, I say, hey, I'm going to email you on Tuesday and Thursday.
Yep.
Those are the days I'm going to email you updates. So they know already up
Yep.
front. Buyers, I don't work on Sundays. I don't come and show you. If you need to see, like you're saying, if you need to see a house, I will get someone to show it, but it won't be me. So setting those boundaries is everything. And
Yeah.
it's the key to this stuff.
Agreed. So I know a little bit about this, but I want you to tell everybody else, from a systems and organization, a time management perspective, what are some of your favorite tools to use that you're basically giving to our group to help all of us with our time management?
Yeah, super simple, and they're all free. You just need to know how to use them. The three things that you need are Google Calendar, Google Drive, and Trello, and a CRM. Let's do four things.
Yeah.
So if you have those four things, you're golden. You should be able to run every single asset of your business efficiently and effectively if you set it up the right way.
Yeah.
We get a lot of these tools given to us a lot of times, especially CRMs, whatever brokerage that you're at. The CRM, you're like, okay, well, I'm just going to throw all my contacts into there, and then they just sit there, and like that was the case for me. I had like over 3,500 contacts in my CRM at one place, and they were just sitting there doing nothing. So, all these tools talk to each other: the calendar, the files inside of the Google Drive, the Trello board, and the CRM. They all work in conjunction with each other the way we set it up. And then from there, you don't have to even think about things. You can just pull up the Trello board with the business overview boards that we have, and you just know exactly what's going on. Cool. These are my goals. These are how close I am to them. These are my tasks for the day, the week, the month. These are the clients I'm working with right now. Here's what everyone's going on. So it makes life a lot simpler.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it is a lot, and
Yeah.
I'm working through it as well. And you've put me on the path. And I think it's like anything else. If you're trying to grow your business, grow your organization, grow your life to that next level, it's a constant process of refinement. But I
Yeah.
do think that those are all amazing tools to do it, right?
Yeah.
So,
And that's it. And it is a lot. There is a learning curve,
yeah,
and you definitely have to put time into them. But I'd rather put the time up front into learning this than the time on the back end trying to make it up with my kids.
for sure,
And
for sure.
everyone's in a different place, but like that's how I look at it. And I think, you know, we all know realtors who are just like top producers who kill it. If you look at their numbers, you're like, oh my God, they've got everything.
Yeah,
But their life is in turmoil
yeah,
because they have no systems in their business.
yeah,
They don't even have a business. They
yeah,
just have a bank account.
yeah.
That's not what a business is.
Right.
So, I think having these tools, going through the learning curve and be able to actually communicate effectively within your different platforms is very, very effective for agents.
Yeah, and to be fair, I have not been the best with organization. I understand finance. I understand how to set your business up. I do understand like the organization of my business side from a financial perspective, but all the daily tasks, I never had
Yeah.
to do that when I was in a corporate environment before, and I was that person. My wife will tell everyone the same thing. Like I was just a yes man. I would always go,
Mm,
go, go, always work, and I didn't have that balance that not everybody does need, but I do need because I've got a family and people like you need. And I think
yeah.
that for you being an expert in those areas and giving your organization those tools, our organization,
Yeah.
I know that I can, with a 2-minute call, ask you a question if I've got a Trello question or a KV Core question or something that I know that you've done that I want to do. How do I implement this into my business to take it to the next level? And it's
Yeah.
been tremendously helpful. So I really wanted to get it out there.
That's why I call you about finance stuff. I don't know anything about
Yeah, man.
finances.
It's
That's why I call you, because
yeah.
that's your jam.
Oh, and that's the beauty of our team. We have
Yeah.
so many people that are good at so many different things. I mean, specifically in our line. And
Mhm.
that's why I want to do this call and other calls like them with people in our organization to let people know, like, hey, even if you think you know the EXP model and you're considering a change and you like your sponsor, it's not just your sponsor you're getting everybody above them. And
Mhm.
those are the people that you need to know about. So really dive in, do your due diligence. And I think that the people that do that are going to be the people that really take their business and their lives to the next level.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like there is no perfect brokerage. I think in terms of apples to apples, EXP is the best out of everyone. Like there's no one that we've sat down and looked at their numbers, looked at their systems, looked at their infrastructure that can compare to the model that we have. But that doesn't mean there's some holes in it, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's why our downline is such an important thing, or our upline, sorry, is such an important thing, So you have people like Connor with the investment strategies, with everything he does. You have Mike with the social media, with the branding, with everything that he does. You have my systems processes. You have your financial literacy. So the value stack of what we actually have is why we're the number one group inside of the company, because we provide all these things. We poke holes in all the systems that everyone else kind of um, uh, glazes over,
Yeah.
and we poke holes and we think, what else do we need? What else do people need?
Yeah.
And we have agents that ask us stuff and we just fill in those holes. So
Yep.
I think that's why it's really important to pick a sponsor in this company, because once you're in, you can't switch.
We're like the mortar and the bricks, bro. We're the mortar and the bricks.
100%, man. And when a lot of people come to us from different organizations and ask, like, okay, how are you doing this? How are you doing that? And like, they're blown away by what we do for our agents. And I think that's why, this has grown so quickly, and, that we have such a great synergy. So yeah, it's awesome, man.
Sweet. Well, hey, dude, I don't want to take up any more of your time. I know it's valuable and mine is too. Let's get back to work and keep crushing. And we'll keep putting this information out from time to time.
All right, man. Appreciate it as always, dude.
All right, brother. Good talking. See you, bud.
See you.
Hey, everybody. I hope you found that conversation as valuable as I did, and are curious as to see how you can join our team and implement some of the strategies that myself and my business partners provide to take your business and your life to the next level. If you like what we've had to say, please like, subscribe, hit the notification button. At the top and the bottom banners, you can find information about our team and a link to a private one-on-one call with me or a call with any of my business partners. I look forward to hearing from you. Hope we can elevate your life to the next level.